I'm on a journey to find the untainted purity of the Russian Far East. Previously, I encountered the lost animals of the wild in the last primeval forest of northeastern Asia in Sikhote Island. I also met the people of the forest, the Udege tribe. Today, I leave the forest behind and head towards the river. These people maintain their traditions while relying on the Amur River, which is the lifeline of lives in East Asia. I'm here to listen to the story of their lives. I'm leaving Vladivostok to Khabarovsk to meet the people of the Amur River. About 100 kilometers along the Amur River in Khabarovsk, the capital of Khabarovsk Krai, is Troitsko, where the Nanai tribe lives. Khabarovsk is the center of the Russian Far East politics and administration. Khabarovsk's most famous attraction is the Amur River. The Amur River and the Ussuri River meet in Khabarovsk, so the water looks very wide like the sea.
지금 이제 이 하바롭스크에 도착해서 저희 이게 아무르 강변으로 왔습니다. 아무르 강이 발원지는 몽골 지역입니다. 그러니까 몽골의 고원에서 발원해서 중국의 홍영광을 거쳐서 그리고 여기 이제 러시아의 하바롭스크를 통해서 이제 북극까지 뻗어가는 아마 길이가 장장 4,500km에 달하는 전 세계의 8번째로 큰 아주 큰 강입니다.
In Mongolia, where the source of the river is located, the river is called Kharmoron. In China, the Amur River is called Heilongjiang or the Heilong River. It's called different names in each country, but it shares the similarity that life and civilization flourish along it. Today, I plan on going to the Amur River.
저희 이제 배를 타고 약 한 100km 정도 이렇게 쭉 올라가 보려고 합니다.
The long and continuous river is a major method of transportation for the people living along it. I'm going to ride on a boat and follow the river to meet a tribe living in the northeast. Last summer, the Amur River suffered great flood damage. There were over 100,000 victims who suffered from the flooding of the river. The water still hasn't drained, and the level of the water is still high.
저 앞에 보면 이거 강마을이 보입니다. 이제 지금 보시다시피 저희가 이제 이 마을에 도착해서 마을에 둘러볼 예정입니다.
After 4 hours on a boat, I arrive in Troitsko, where the Nanai tribe is known to live.
Ja, тоже Nanai. Это тоже Nanai.
Сколько Nanai человек это?
Где-то 2000.
2000.
Да.
Все Nanai, да?
С русскими вместе.
This place is said to have the largest Nanai population. The first people I meet here are fishermen of the Nanai tribe. The Na in Nanai means earth, and Nai means people. So Nanai means people of this earth.
지금 이제 하바롭스크에서 저희가 이 아무르 강을 타고 한 100km 정도 지금 올라왔습니다. 지금 조그만 강가 마을에 왔는데 지금 사람 없고 지금 개들만 좀 저를 보내주세요. 지금 사람을 찾아야 되는데 지금 낮이라 다 지금 뭐 물고기를 잡으러 간 건지 바깥에 나가신 것 같아요.
The village is completely empty. The people of this earth, the Nanai people, where are they now?
여기 나나이 마을에 처음으로 지금 만난 애들이에요. Привет. Извините, пожалуйста, как вас зовут?
They must be frightened by a strange man. We didn't say anything to each other, but the children shying away look lovable. In the center of the village, there is a modern-looking building. This is the Nanai Tribe Cultural Center. It's similar to community centers in Korea. This is where I meet some women of the Nanai tribe.
지금 뭐 생선 껍질로 지금 뭘 하고 계시는 것 같은데요.
They're tanning the skin of salmon they caught in the Amur River.
Это мы мнем, чтобы она стала мягкой. Вот видите наши фартуки? Вот мы намяли и сделали. Да, да, да.
도제다?
Да.
이걸로 이렇게 지금 옷을 만드는 건데 이게 생선 비늘 같지가 않아요. 굉장히 정교하게 만드신 것 같습니다. 이 생선 비늘인데요. 이거 아주 큰 물고기의 생선 비늘을 가지고 지금 이제 이런 장식품을 만든다고 합니다. 그러니까 그냥 이렇게 뭐 옷만 만들면 밋밋하니까 이런 장식은 생선 비늘로 모든 게 아마 강가에서 나오는 생선에서 나오는 그런 것 같습니다.
It's an apron made to have the scale patterns of a fish. The design is sophisticated and the sewing is exquisite. The Nanai people are also called Yupi because they make clothes and shoes out of fish skin. I can see why the river and hunting are important to the Nanai people. I follow the sound of people's voices and go to the auditorium.
애들이 무슨 공연 준비를 하는 것 같습니다.
Next year will be the 80th anniversary of the establishment of the Nanai district.
Мы будем стараться. Мы сейчас занимаемся, подбираем репертуар, изучаем нанайские инструменты. Ну, посмотрим, может быть, что-нибудь да и покажем.
I decide to watch the children practice for a short while. All of the instruments used in the performance are traditional Nanai instruments.
이게 지금 자작나무 껍질로 만든 것 같은데 메로지아가 나르마냐다 그렇죠?
Во, звери в лесу.
Хорошо.
Это чистые звуки лесные. Она внучка моя.
Alian is a leader who teaches Nanai traditional music. What do the lives of the Nanai tribe look like? I follow Alian, who is going home after the performance rehearsal. The village is next to the river, but fortunately they didn't suffer too much damage from the flood. The first thing I notice when I arrive at the house is salmon.
Вот улов наш висит. Улов висит.
오, 지금 문어가. 오.
Рыба висит.
예.
He hangs and dries salmon from the eaves to eat during the winter. They have all been caught from the Amur River.
오. 야우. 무게가 굉장히 큽니다. 이거 묵직하네요, 지금. 아, 이 겨울을 알기 위해서는 이런 연어를 잘 말려서 건조하는 게 이 나나이족의 굉장히 중요한 일인 것 같습니다.
Just as Koreans prepare kimchi before the winter comes, the Nanai tribe prepares for the long winter by drying salmon. There's even a smokehouse to make smoked salmon at home.
Когда развешиваем, и вот это вот.
Smoking the salmon prevents the germs on the salmon from growing and prolongs the storage time. It also gives the salmon flavor from the wood, so it's tastier to eat. The salmon is smoked like this for 3 or 4 days. But I'm told this is not all. Alian tells me he has more to show me and leads me to another part of the house.
와우. 지금 다 이 물고기를 염장해 놓은 겁니다. 와.
На всю зиму.
The bucket is filled with cured salmon. After salting the salmon, they smoke it. His granddaughter Ola especially likes it.
Да.
어?
Это ням-ням.
야.
Да.
냠냠.
Отмачивается. Это потом отмачивается.
맞춰야지.
А потом кипятят.
Salmon return to the Amur River to spawn, so they provide a delicacy with their eggs. The roe is also salted, dehydrated, and stored. She must have liked me. Alian's granddaughter Ola offers me a spoonful of her favorite salmon roe. But
썰지. 너무 짜요.
the level of saltiness depends on how long it's been stored. The one I tasted must have been the salty kind. Alian offers me a different kind of roe, telling me this one is okay.
이건 맛있네요. 후구스나.
The traditional instruments of the Nanai tribe mimic the sounds that come from nature, like the wind, waves, birds, or other animals. Alian is proud that his granddaughter has an interest in traditional music.
인스트루멘트.
Хорошо. Он поет и играет на инструментах. Ну, он нас учит петь, играть на инструментах, разные звуки делать. И на него мы выступаем везде.
Я думаю, что она вырастет и будет продолжать, и играть будет, и петь будет нанайские песни. Все-таки преемственность поколения получается. Ее весь класс ко мне ходит почти заниматься.
Today I'm going to the Amur River to learn about how the people of this place live. I asked the fishermen I met yesterday to take me fishing with them. They usually go out into the river to fish in pairs. The Amur River is a large river with a width of 700 meters. Wisdom and strength are required for two people to catch fish on this large river. They lower a buoy in the middle of the river, using it to mark the starting point of the net. It's been a long time since the net was lowered down, but there's still lots of net left.
Сколько метров?
Длина сетки 150 метров.
150 метров, да?
Здесь палок нету, палок, задевов нет.
Палок нету.
Ну, палок нет.
Почему?
Ну почему здесь все время рыбачишь? Тонь, рыбацкая тонь называется.
They also paddle the boat against the river's current, so it stays in the same spot.
오케이. Извините, пожалуйста, я могу. Еще раз. 알았어. 지금 이렇게 1시간 동안이나 한다 그러는데 그러면서 무슨 생각을 하셨을까요, 예전부터? 그러니까 이 그물을 칠 때 반드시 두 사람이 나와서 한답니다.
Nothing can be earned from the middle of an abundant river without doing any work.
강바람을 맞으면 뜨다하다. 이재민이지. 지금 제가 방향을 잘못 잡아서 거물이 지금 쳐지는 거죠. 그래서 저쪽으로 가야 이 거물이 펴져서 물고기를 잡을 수 있다고 잘렸습니다. 조금 전에. 알았어. Was yes? Sin 도치? Sin?
Он сын.
나온 Sin. Wie хочется он Sin тоже работает в
Да,
Амуре, да?
It's time to slowly pull up the net. I'm half excited and half nervous about how many fish were caught.
Сегодня мы сколько рыба у вас хочет? Вы хотите? Сколько?
Много.
много. как много? Все, да?
Да.
아주 많이 잡고 싶다고 그러시네요. Да,
Но его нету.
모잠비 짜자자자.
Его нету.
И нет.
There's only so much man can do. The rest is up to the river. The fish coming upstream are salmon. Salmon usually spawn during August and September, but depending on the species, there are salmon that come back to the river in early winter. The hands of the fishermen pulling in the net are getting heavier. It seems a big fish was caught. It's a large emperor catfish.
자, 오늘 잡은 걸 보십시오. 굉장히 물고기는 많지는 않지만 굉장히 큽니다. 그리고 특히 일단 쏨다. 쏨 아마 오늘 특별히 잡은 물고기 같아요.
It is the largest catfish I've ever seen in my life. I realize just how wide and deep and rich the Amur River is, knowing this kind of fish lives in it. It's time to pull in the net and return. It's not a full load of fish, but maybe because we caught a catfish? I feel proud, and my heart begins to open as if I've become a skillful fisherman. Do the fishermen feel the same way?
Рыба, хорошо, да, нормально, да? Сегодня,
Мало.
мало. 오늘 별로 못 잡았다는데. Это 쏨, нормально, да, большое.
Нормально.
This little guy saved the day for the fishermen. It's been a while since it came out of the water, but it's still filled with energy. It weighs about 10 kilograms. It's difficult to carry even with two hands. This must be the skill of a fisherman. I still can't forget the strength of the catfish I felt with my hands. After fishing, I decide to walk around the village one more time. I go closer to the sound of music that is heard from somewhere. It's the Nanai tribe women who are cleaning fish.
물고기 здравствуйте. 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 Да.
Здравствуйте, проходите. А вы откуда приехали?
Я из Кореи. Южной Кореи, да.
Очень приятно. Проходите,
проходите,
заходите к
Окей, спасибо вам. 한번 들어오라 그러는데 한번 따라 들어보겠습니다. Риба, да, сейчас, да? какой риба у вас? 기타. 그 연어가 있네 여기.
They're cleaning salmon. The fish are large and heavy.
Это 기타야?
Да, это большая.
Дава кита.
다바 기타.
Дава по-нашему.
저희 아모르는 수천 킬로에서 올라오는 연어들이 지금 많이 잡히고 있는데 지금 연어입니다. Сейчас вкусно, да?
Да, да.
хорошо.
С икрой.
음?
С икрой, наверное, с икрой.
시끄러워. 알도 있다 그러네.
Самка это.
Самка.
A salmon too large to hold with one hand is cut, and roe that filled the inside flows out.
여기가 바로 알입니다.
Salmon that travel thousands of kilometers and the people who must
주문어가.
survive through winter by catching them.
맞네.
It's merely a part of the circle of life. Salmon is an especially important and thankful fish to the Nanai tribe.
Вообще с этой рыбы можно все взять.
Конечно.
Все.
Даже
Кроме
кишки можно
Да,
взять.
жабр. Кроме жабр. Все.
Кроме жабры. Ага.
Все. Даже желудок идет.
Мгм.
И молоки, и вот сердечко, вот сердце.
Сердечко. Самое
Его можно
вкусное.
отварить и можно пожарить.
Гости,
Гости.
зайдемте домой.
домой?
Ага, домой.
почему?
Кушать будем.
куши.
Ага.
Угощать
Талу
будем, да.
будем. Ага, там.
Это тоже, да?
И это тоже.
Это тоже. Хорошо, да. Спасибо, и거 пойдем.
Пойдем.
очень вкусно. Хорошо. Извините, пожалуйста, я могу...
Ага.
Ну,
Там
там,
умывальник.
Окей.
Ага, раздевайтесь
I
там.
want to wash my hands before eating, but there's a separate place for washing hands outside of the restroom.
지금 아껴 쓰려고 하는 그런 거.
It's a basin made to save water. Just as I am curious about the Nanai people, they are as curious about how Koreans live.
У вас не кушают такую, талу не кушаете вы там в Корее, не кушаете?
куши.
Кушаете?
자, куши.
Конечно, кушаем солью кушаем.
Today's dinner is raw salmon.
제가 할머니가 지금 굉장히 힘들게 지금 생선을 지금 썰고 있어서 제가 한번 썰 수 있는지 한번 여쭤보겠습니다. Извините, пожалуйста, я могу это.
Ага,
правда?
вот, ага, возьмите.
I'm not very good, but I do my best.
Умеет. Молодец, умеет.
Как настоящий нанаец.
А вот икра.
All kinds of different salmon dishes appear on the dinner table with alcohol.
시도 있다.
Это арки.
Арки.
Это арки, водка. Богу наливаем.
наливаем.
Ага. Вот, налили мы. И Богу ставим. Перед тем уголок, перед тем, как садиться кушать,
또.
налили и Богу ставим.
또.
Здоровье.
Мгм. Потом немножко погодя будет, забираем, вот так вот делаем Богу. Ага, и маленько это.
Offering alcohol before eating is similar to Korean folk beliefs, and it leaves an impression with me. You eat the raw salmon we prepared earlier with bread and potatoes. I wonder how it will taste.
Вот такие
생선으로
рыбы.
만든
Вот это тала.
나나이 쪽의 전통 음식이라고 합니다. 어허. 굉장히 고소합니다.
However, eating raw fish makes me yearn for a Korean condiment.
지금 고추장인데요. 뭐 한국에서 이렇게 회 먹을 때는 사실 초장을 먹어야 되는데 초장까지는 안 되고 고추장을 제가 준비를 했어요. 소개를 하려고 합니다. Видите, это Korea hot pepper paste. 고추 잘까? я знаю. 고스티. 아니야, я 이거 고추장.
They're seeing this sauce for the first time.
무슨 까발리시나? 고추장.
Gochujang.
Да, хорошо.
Gochujang.
чуть-чуть.
I feel bad eating it all by myself, so I offer some to the Nanai people.
хорошо?
I wonder if they like the taste of the chili pepper paste.
Нормально. Это водка и как?
Острая.
Just as I predicted, the Korean chili pepper paste is very spicy.
Все, что было хорошо. Все, что было хорошо.
Хорошо. Спасибо.
They also give cheers before drinking, so they clink their glasses and say nice things to each other. After a round of drinks, Asha goes to the glass she poured earlier and conducts a small ceremony. She is praying for the well-being of everyone in the room.
Так, теперь вот это все должны пробовать. Все должны пробовать. Вот это по кругу.
Shamanism culture is prevalent among the Nanai people. Not only do they conduct ceremonies when there's trouble, but it's a part of their everyday lives.
Чтобы приехали, все хорошо, и чтобы назад уехали, чтобы было все хорошо. Вот здоровье просело. Всем, чтобы было хорошо.
Спасибо большое. До свидания.
До свидания. Приезжайте. В гости еще приезжайте. Приезжайте еще.
До свидания.
Eating good food and receiving traditional blessings of the Nanai people releases the stress of a long journey. Now I'm heading to my last destination. Eastern Russia, a journey to the Russian Far East. I leave the Nanai village in Trotsko and arrive at my last destination, the city of Khabarovsk. Much like most of the cities in the Russian Far East, it has only been 150 years since Khabarovsk was built. Significant buildings stand in the middle of the well-maintained city.
굉장히 큰 성당입니다. 지금 러시아에서 세 번째로 큰, 특히 이 극동 러시아에서 가장 큰 성당이라고 그러네요.
This cathedral was built in 2004. You can guess the status of Khabarovsk in the Russian Far East from the fact that the size of the cathedral is the largest in the region. In this sacred atmosphere, there is a mass service going on in the cathedral. To the travelers, it's a popular place to see the city, as it is the tallest building in Khabarovsk. The Russian Orthodox Church is a highly influential religion that has an impact on the lives of Russians.
Господь Иисус Христос на горе Фавор, да, преобразился перед своими учениками. Вот в честь этого события назван этот храм, да, построен этот данный храм.
There is something you must see when you're in Khabarovsk. It's the famous Russian Circus. The Circus Theater in the center of the city is large enough to seat 1,400 people. I visit the theater and see performers practicing for their show. It's an act that brings out a feeling of admiration. The circus is the most popular form of entertainment for Russians. The competition between troops is so fierce that you can watch a world-class circus act anywhere in Russia. I dare to give it a try. I think forest research seems to be easiest for me.
이 팔힘이 엄청 세야 아마 이거 잡을 수 있어. 근데 균형을 맞추면서 짰습니다. очень хорошо.
I come to find out these two are a married couple.
Работаем, так же самое в работе. Встретились
работать.
вообще в другой стране, встретились, как говорится. И работали вместе, и потом любовь пошла. Семья образовалась.
이 애가 지금 두 부부의 지금 아들인데요. 얘는 서커스에 지금 관심이 없고 지금 오락에 더 관심이 있는 것 같습니다.
In Russia, it's common for family members to be in the circus together. What will this little guy choose?
예, 앞으로도 이런 전통의 어떤 오락인 서커스와 그리고 지금 어떤 새로운 문명인 이런 전자오락과의 그런 경쟁은 지속될 건데 개인적으로는 이런 전통이 계속 유지됐으면 하는데 어떻게 될지 모르겠어요.
At last, the doors to the theater are opened and spectators begin entering. There are many people who come to watch the circus and enjoy their Friday night. It's especially popular among children. The circus stunts that seem to come right out from a world of fantasy must capture their innocence.
Приехали, чтобы ребенку показать, чтобы веселее было с ним время провести, ему показать. Не знаю, какое-то волшебство все равно такое. Да, детство, наверное, все-таки, это детство. Какое-то такое вот счастье, какой-то кусочек.
Spectators of all ages, children and adults come to watch the circus. Finally, the performance begins. Just as they practiced, the performance begins without any mistakes. This time, pirates appear. Tricks that defy gravity make me exclaim in excitement. The audience seems to be enjoying the thrilling performance accompanied by upbeat music. Watching the performers and the audience members enjoy themselves makes me feel happy.
Не очень хорошо. Там немножко два места было так. Ну так. Два. Ну вы не видели, мы видим хорошо. Там два места было не очень хорошо.
While I'm on my way out of the circus theater, it begins snowing in Khabarovsk. Autumn was short this year, and the season of preparing for a long winter is gone.
겨울도 시작됐습니다. 찬동과 함께 이제부터 이 극동 러시아의 긴 겨울이 제대로 시작된다.
It was a time that was more precious because it was short. I won't forget the memories I made in the Russian Far East.